Hello, so I'm sewing and cutting and doing all sorts of little tracing. Applique is my favorite, so I'm making an art quilt from my art show. So I have lots of flowers to trace and leaves to trace before I can add it to the quilt, which is a lot of birds and a fence post, and I'm going to put a vine up it and do some thread sketching, which I'm still perfecting. I can do some. Thread sketching is a little different than thread painting. Thread painting is all thread, much more time consuming. Thread sketching is you put a piece of fabric down like applique, and then you put thread over it like you do highlights. It's not all thread. So the design is fabric in the background. And you can add highlights and just details with your thread, which I'm going to do with these morning glories. There's going to be thread sketching inside the morning glories because it's white inside. And this is the morning glory color. So I'm going to do thread sketching going out, and let's hope it comes out okay. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've got till February 24th before my art show. So I've got a lot to do. I've done most of the background with the birds and everything, so I'm really just doing the flowers. And I will show how I stitch them later, but I've got to trace all these flowers and leaves on fusible webbing, which you attach to fabric, and then you cut them out like this. This has got paper on the back, if you can see that. Paper on the back, and then that's the front. So you cut it out after you fuse it to fabric. This is the fusible webbing. It's kind of paper, and then it's got a fusible on the back. Makes it a lot easier to do applique. And then you stitch around it, or you can do all sorts of decorative stitches to push it, to applique it to a background. And my background is on my ironing board at the moment, and the birds are all done, and I will be showing how I do all that later. But I still have lots of stuff to trace and applique and all that good stuff. So I'm doing different shapes for the morning glories, because you want to do different positions that they will be on the vine. And I've just made up some different shapes, and hopefully they'll come out okay, and kind of use thread to highlight different things. And it's just this part's time consuming. Even though I love applique, it can be, this part's a little, take some time, and you want to trace, and you want to do it right because it makes it easier later. So, and I love having my sewing table near the window because I love natural light along with my art light, but natural light is so much easier to see. So anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. I still have lots to do and a month to do it all, and kind of coming down to the wire now, but I'll get it done. Bye for now. We'll be back later.